Part two. How you guys doing? Your boy Tony from Cali back again. I just wanted to show my face so you guys can see that this is not no AI. This is real. The Bro Retro Metro Brocades Bro Tesla. Yep, you could just call it the Bro Tesla if you want to. The Bro Tesla EV for short. But once again, I'm sitting here on my car, keeping it real. Beautiful Saturday. Once again, this is part two. I tell you guys, don't hate, don't wait. Help me get this project going. I got this car, I think about 8 months ago, about 9 months ago, somewhere around there. From looking back at my videos, I'm looking back when I bought the car. Got the car, we stored it away. We started getting parts for it. Took me a while to get these parts right here because, like I said, brothers on a budget. So paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. And by now, yeah, I could have completed this car, but I'm not in any rush. I'm doing it on my time, If you guys want to see it done faster, once again, I tell you guys, donate. You know, I'm doing it with my own money. You know, sometimes I get a little donation here and there. Now, you know, I think I got one donation on the batteries, 50 bucks or something like that. Yeah. But most of the money that I put in this car is my own money, so I'm keeping it real. So, but if you want to help out, and you like this content, you like what I'm doing, you know, donate, help a brother out. It's rough right now. I don't have a whole lot of money. A lot of money goes out on bills, and of course to store this vehicle, to store it and to keep it and to, you know, maintain it. I just got through wiping off a bunch of cobwebs today, keeping it real. Wiped off a bunch of cobwebs, and yeah, just trying to keep it going. So my main thing is, you know, we want to put it on the road. We want to show you what a mobile broadcasting studio can look like. And I'm doing everything on the Bro budget. That's why we call this Bro Budget Saturday. This is Bro Budget Saturday. Okay? It's starting to get warm out here, so I'm not going to be out here too long. I just wanted to show you guys the progress of what we're doing with the car and everything. I'm going to be packing up and be getting out of here in a little bit. But I just wanted to show you guys that, hey, battery, we've got the, I forgot what they call this thing. The controller, reverse, neutral, drive. We got that system. Here's another accelerator. This is just for a test, like a scooter accelerator system. We got the braking. We got the circuit breaker system in the back. The DC to DC converter. Once again, the motor controller. This is the heart of the system. This is the brain of the system. This is actually the computer. This is built really nice too. I want to show you guys more, tell you a little bit more about it, but you can look it up. It's a 450 amp motor controller. I actually got a cheaper one, like 100 amp. But I want to get one that was going to have more power. We may increase the batteries later on. We may change the batteries out. Who knows? But right now we're going to try these. We're starting off with these 80-volt lawnmower batteries. I'm calling them lawnmower batteries. The power tool batteries. So my goal is to have at least 8 of these. We're going to put them in a case, in a briefcase. The briefcase is going to be removable, and then you take the briefcase and you go plug it up in your house, your apartment, wherever you live. So I'm building this car different from a lot of the other guys who build electric cars. I wanted to make it more efficient for me personally, and also to show people that you can actually do it on a Bro budget. Okay, a lot of people think you got to spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to build an electric car. No, read my lips, no. So I'm showing you that you can build an electric car on a budget. It might cost you about $1,000, $2,000, depending on what you're putting into it. And that's not too bad. The actual, this is the speedometer. Everything was pretty cheap. I tried to get everything. I got everything before the tariffs came out. Before Trump started tariffs with China and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I got everything early in the game. Okay, so I don't know how much this stuff costs now, but I was getting this stuff pretty cheap. The DC converter I got from Amazon, I think it was like 12 bucks. The motor controller, that was the most, probably not really the most expensive, but it was close. It was the second most expensive item. That was 150 bucks, keeping it real. And that was cheap, because most of these motor controllers, these can go, you can spend $600, $700 for a controller or more, depending on what you want to do. So I got this for $150. This was the cheapest one I could find. No, I think I got it for it was like 119, but by the time shipping and all that kind of stuff, before the tariffs came out, I think it did come up to like 150. So this took me a while too. This took me like a month to get this, maybe 2 months. And then the speedometer, that came pretty quick. That was from China. And let me get out the way here and I'll show you the rest. So motor, this is the baby right here. This is the baby. This motor, and see how small it is? See how small with my hand and everything? I got everything on a board here. You see, everything's on a board. This is like a test bench. So everything's on this little test bench thing so that I can test it all out. And I tested it. It works. I had to download an app in order for it to work with the Bluetooth controller and everything. Works perfectly. Still doing a little tweaking to it though. Still haven't, because I wasn't used to doing anything like that. So it was kind of new to me, to be honest with you. But it works. And yeah, here's the motor. The motor was the most expensive thing. The motor was $250, $259 I think. $259. I got this on Amazon too, believe it or not. The motor came from Amazon. Amazon is my my go-to. So we got the motor on Amazon. We got the accelerator from China. I was trying to be cheap. I got this for like $10. This DKD display, digital display unit was I think it was like $30 for this, and that's it. So these are your main components to operate a complete vehicle. Now you do the math and you add it up, $250. Let's do the big numbers real quick. $250 plus the motor controller, $150. So we're looking at what, $400? Yeah, $400 right there. Did I do the math on that right? I'm tired right now. I'm just hot. I think it's about $400, right? Yeah, $400. So $400, and then you got these other components. You add them in, another $30 there, $430. Another $10 right here, $440. Another $12 right there, $400 and what did I tell you? Well, you know, you just do the math. I think it's another $10. What are we at? $440, $450, $452. Okay, because it's $12. $452, and then you got your batteries. I think I paid $50 a piece for my batteries. I got like 4 of those. So, you know, now you're at about $650. You know, $650 somewhere around there. And that is the complete system, pretty much. It's, excluding labor, because I got to spend my own labor to put it together. Now this motor is going to be kind of tricky. I got to build a coupler. I bought a welder too. I bought a little cheap welder to keep it real. I bought a little cheap welder. I think I should have brought that over here too. We'll bring it over in the next couple days. We'll show the welder and everything. We got the welder. Because we got a weld, we're gonna probably build our own coupler, or maybe I might have somebody weld it, I don't know. But you gotta build a coupler that's gonna be connected to the flywheel plate. It's called like a flywheel. I forgot what it's called, like a flywheel. Once I take the engine out, I take the flywheel off, take the grinder, you grind off the sides of it, and you build a coupler that matches it so it can connect to this. So it's kind of tricky on that. This will connect to the transmission. This motor is very powerful. Don't look at the size and say, don't be fooled by the size. This is 5,000 to 15,000 watt. You can push this to 15,000 watts, supposedly, which I don't know, because I haven't done it. But supposedly you can push this motor up to 15,000 watts. This is normally made for go-karts and what do they call those things? Like dirt bikes, those motorbikes, little dirt bikes, things like that. That's what this is really designed for. Go-karts, motorbikes, little kid ATVs and things like that in nature. I decided to go with this motor because it was in my budget. I couldn't afford the big motor, the big Hyper 9 motors that everybody's getting, Hyper 9 and this and that. These motors are about this big, and these big old Hyper 9 motors, and you got to use a lift to put them in the car. And they are very efficient, don't get me wrong, but they're very expensive. You know, I can't afford $7,000 for a motor, or whatever it is. I think it's like $7,000 or $5,000 or something like that for a motor. So I was like, how can I do this on a bro budget? That's what this whole course is about. I'm teaching you how to build an electric car on a budget. You might have a whole car at home. You might have loved your old car. You might have had a Toyota or something. And I'm not saying this will work in a large car, in a big car. I'm not saying this will work in a Cadillac. It probably will. It might not go that fast or whatever. But it's not about speed. I'm not trying to create speed. I'm trying to create efficiency. So this car will be used if I need to take my dad to the doctor, or I need to go I need to go to the store and buy groceries or whatever. It's a local. It's a local commute vehicle. That's what this vehicle is going to be used for. So that's why I'm making this video, to let you guys know that this is what this is all about. And not only that, it's a broadcaster studio. This car is a complete broadcaster studio. Once again, we got the green screen right here, okay? This is a cheap green screen I got like 5 years ago when I was doing green screen. I don't know if we're gonna use this one or not, but I just happened to see that it was in here today. And I thought about it, and I said, since we are making a mobile studio, if I can unzip it here. Hang on here. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, I decided to make a mobile studio, so I don't even know if I can unzip this. Yeah, there we go. It's a little tough because I haven't opened this thing up in a long time. I think I opened it up like one time. I didn't really like this green screen. I got 2 more of these, believe it or not, in Vegas. I keep it real. I have a storage in Vegas. And they're better than this. They're actually the Elgato green screens. They cost a lot more money. And I got those pretty cheap. I actually got those for 50 bucks, I remember, at the time. But this is one where you gotta put the rods up. That's the only thing I don't like about this one. You gotta put the rods up. You get Elgato, you just pull it up and you're ready to go. So this was a real cheap one I bought. And I think I bought this one on Amazon or eBay. And you gotta put these rods up. And they kinda, see how they're kinda stuck together with a string. You got a string in the middle like a tit. But let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it'll do here. We got these little feet that flip out. So I'm assuming it'll probably be in here something like that. I'm just trying to see what it's going to look like here. That's just cool. Okay, this is the front side, so that's what it looks like. Bam. Okay. So technically, I could, and I don't know if I'll probably be, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to use this one or not. But if I decide to use this, I could use it. Now this one, I don't really like it, like I said, because you can't really adjust the size of it. You only got one size. I gotta think about that. Probably have to make some different rods, like some shorter rods, because this is a car. So we don't need the green screen to be really, really high. We only need the green screen to be a certain height for it to hook. So that's too high. So I'll probably be doing some modifications. All I gotta do is take the string out, really. If I don't want to, because the string, and I can just put the rod in here like that and have it about that high, and I can have a green screen up. But we're not gonna fool around with it anymore right now. But I want to show you, hey, this car is gonna be a complete video studio. A complete video studio. Read my lips, okay? Can you guys hear me? I don't even know if you can hear me very well. Let me come back up here now. So I think you guys get the point. This car is going to be a complete video studio. Whoops. And sorry about that. This car is going to be a complete video studio. And that's pretty much the name of the game here. Anyway, sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and end this video, but I want to tell you guys, don't hate, don't wait. Don't hate, don't wait. Donate, help a brother out. We're trying to still get this baby together. Still got a lot of work, not a lot of work, but a couple things to do. And I'm taking my time. The month of Bro Memorial Month starts tomorrow. Bro Memorial Month starts tomorrow, and that's where we're gonna be. Gotta keep hydrated. It's getting warm out here. Gotta get out of here. Gotta pack up. But Bro Memorial starts tomorrow, and I just want to come up here and give you guys a brief update of the Bro Mercedes, the Bro Retro Metro Tesla Mercedes vehicle. That's what this is. And it's a broadcasting vehicle. Once we get the oh man, oh, that's what came, that's what fell. I seen something fall in the back. I didn't know what it was. My tablet fell. Man, it's okay though. It didn't fall on the face of the tablet. I gotta get that suction cup in there better, I guess. We are going to be putting a complete studio in here once again, right where the visors are, the head visors, the whatever you call those things. We're going to be putting some LED lights on those so we can flip them down. Boom, we got lighting. We got a green screen. We got OBS. We're going to be using OBS, the broadcasting software. And I'm going to make it to where everything is detachable. You can take it off the car, you can put it back in the car, whatever. Because it's really hot. I don't want to keep the stuff on the car all the time because You know, electronics can be ruined by electronics. So we are going to have everything where it's detachable. The whole studio can come apart real quick, bam, and I can pop it in another car. Okay? Because I'm using my Subaru right now. I got my Subaru sitting over here. So say I want to do a video on my Subaru and I want to do green screen, I want to do the whole 9 yards. I can grab the green screen, take it with me, boom. I got the green screen. I got the lights. The lights are going to be probably Velcro or something, and they'll pop right onto the visors, And then we got OBS, which will be on the tablet. I don't know. We can't really put OBS on the Android tablet. So we'll be using the HP or the Dell 2-in-1 laptop computer that flips, or I may use a mini PC. I told you guys I wanted to get the mini PC. So if you guys want to donate on that, help me out. I would like to get that mini PC and have it to where it's portable. We just plug it in, boom, and we're ready to go. We have a monitor already set up, like maybe a 15-inch monitor. That's what I have on the other broadcasters right now. So we have a 15-inch monitor on that stand rather than the tablet, and then we have the mini PC. That would be the perfect broadcasting system or broadcasting system. So that's what I want to do. We're going to make this into a video studio mobile broadcaster. That's what it really is. It's a video studio. No one has done that. I've watched a bunch of videos, a lot of guys on YouTube, a lot of guys have been putting together like audio studios, and I saw a couple that were kind of good, but most of them were kind of tacky. They were like ghetto rigged up, and they had microphones, and they had all kind of different cushions in the back and all kinds of stuff, all kind of, you know, for sound reverberation and whatever, and it looked very tacky. So I'm trying to put together something that's very nice, very neat, on a budget, and I'm teaching you guys how to do the same thing. So if you're in your car and you say that's my safe space, that's my place where I can do a nice video. I don't really have a lot of space at home, but I'm in my car all the time, and I want to put together some kind of video studio. I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to be using something like a GoPro or something. We're not using any high-end cameras. We're not using any DSLR cameras. We're not using mirrorless cameras. We're showing you how to do everything on a bro budget. So once again, watch my videos, check out the content, see how I'm doing everything. I'm not going to be using a whole lot of equipment. Now you can. Most people use a phone in their car. They do a lot of phone videos and that type of thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm using the phone. But if you want professionalism, if you want graphics, you know, you don't have to have the top of the line professional film cameras and things to do YouTube video. So let's break it down. Let's call it a YouTube studio. If you want a YouTube studio instead of broadcasting, because a lot of you guys get confused on that. A lot of people say, well, Tony, what is your purpose? What are you trying to do? I'm trying to teach you how to build a YouTube studio in your vehicle, a YouTube studio in your car. So that might make more sense to you. A nice YouTube studio where you got graphics, titles, you can talk to people, you can look at chats, the whole 9 yards, not just using your cell phone. We're going to take it to another whole level. I set up a couple sample videos a couple days ago with the news broadcasts and things of that nature. The helicopter thing, we'll show some videos of the helicopter today. I got to get out of here. There's so much I want to tell you guys, but if you want to make a YouTube studio out of your vehicle, out of your car, and have it to where you can make it mobile and you can take it out and you can use it somewhere else and you can use it back in the car again, and you can use it at home, you can use it in the car, you can use it at home. Watch my videos and check this out. I am the first one that has built a YouTube studio in the car. Okay? A full YouTube studio. No one's done that, and that's what I'm doing right now. Building a YouTube studio. We'll just call it a YouTube studio. You can call it what did everybody use? Chat. You can call it an Instagram studio, YouTube studio, a Facebook studio, whatever you want to call it. I'm showing you how to build that in your car on a budget using old equipment, old Sony cameras from 10 years ago, old GoPros. I'm gonna show you how to do it on a budget so you don't spend a lot of money. So when you build this YouTube studio, you're probably using the existing stuff that you already have. You might probably have a laptop at home, an old laptop. You download OBS, which is free. You get a GoPro or an old Sony camera or some action camera or even an old camcorder. You build it in your car. You might have it where it attaches somewhere to your mirror or whatever, and you're set up. You set up a light, and now you have a YouTube studio with OBS, so you can put in graphics, titles, all that, and you're not spending a lot of money. Bro, budget Saturday. So if you guys like this content, get back with your boy. I'm just taking it to another whole level. I'm putting the YouTube studio in there. I can put a sound system in here. Matter of fact, let me just show you this. See, you guys got me on different subjects here. I didn't want to go all off off the rail here. But if I decide, there's so many things that I can do in this car, and I probably will do it later on. I just don't want to do it right now because it's too hot. If I want to put a sound system in here, look at this big old amp. Bam! Hyphonics. Brutus, okay? This thing says 2400 watts. 2400 watts. Super D-bass. D-class, not D-bass, okay? So if I want to put more power in my, look at that, look how big the amp is. It's big, okay? Hyphonics, and it works. And I got this for like 50 bucks, keeping it real. I got this for like 50 bucks a long time ago. And I got the woofers that go with it too. I got the Sony 12-inch woofers. If I want to put a nice booming system in here, which I used to do, people know me for putting in audio systems, I'll probably put that in here. Just for my sound system. Watching movies, surround sound. I'm not into booming and all that stuff like I used to do back in the day. But if I want to bump a little bit, bump some old music, some old classics, you know, from the 80s and 90s, that's what I can do. Okay? Watch movies, put the sound system in the trunk, the big woofers. I got the woofers sitting right over here. Okay? And those are Sony, whatever. Sony Explodes. I'll make them explode too. They'll bump. I'll make them bump. So if I want to put a big sound system in here, I got the tablet, I got the computers in here. No one's done that to that level. Okay? And let me just give you a little brief history. See, I was going to end the video, but I got to tell you one more thing. I was the first one to put a gaming system in a vehicle back in the 80s. Okay? I don't remember what year it was. I think it was 88. 88, I put a Nintendo system. The first Nintendo system that came out. It was very popular at the time. Everybody liked the Nintendo. I think it cost like 150 bucks for the unit. That's before they got crazy now with all the PlayStation 2s and PlayStation 5s and all that stuff. I put the Nintendo system. I built it into the dash. I think I had it. Yeah, I built it into the dash. And I had an Atari 1200 XL computer. Atari 1200 XL computer. If you guys know what that is, probably most people don't know what that is, but it was a computer, and that was mounted on the dashboard of my car. I had a convertible truck, mini truck, Nissan, 1980. I think it was a 1983. It was a 1983 Nissan truck, convertible. And now I'm going back to that. I'm doing that all over again. It's like a repeat in history, but I'm doing it a little different. We're doing it with more modern technology, and we don't have to use all that stuff that I used to do that back then. I had a whole home system built into the car. I had a projection system, a Sony projection system, huge big old TV projection system built in the back of the bed, and you had to pull it up, had a little hydraulic system on the side, you pull it up, and I had a screen that you pull up right there where the visors are. I had a screen that you pull up, and you could watch a movie. Don't need to do all that anymore. But it was a test. I wanted to see if it could be done. And I got the TV for a good deal, so I was like, okay. TVs were a lot of money back then. It was the kind with the 3 beams. It had 3 beams, and it shot like a projection up to the screen. Now you could just get a small projector, and you could do that. You get a projector that fits in your hand that could do that with probably better technology, right? If I wanted to do that. It was just to see if it could be done. And this was a huge, big TV. And I remember demonstrating it at the Janet Jackson concert. Janet Jackson concert at Arco Arena. Arco Arena. Back in the I think it was like 1988, 1989, somewhere around that time when I did that. So that's what I do. I'm always going to experiment. I'm always going to take it to the next level. Anyway, enough of the brief flashback on history. A full YouTube studio in your car. A full YouTube studio in your electric car that you build on a budget. That's what this is all about. I'm building an electric car on a budget with a full YouTube studio and more. You can get on the internet. You can watch Netflix. We're going to be using the T-Mobile hotspot. I didn't bring that over here today. We're going to be using the T-Mobile hotspot for our internet capability. You can live stream. You can do everything from this vehicle. It's a full broadcasting vehicle. Broadcaster vehicle, and we may change the name on it later on. I can do that because I can rebrand anything I want because it's mine. I own it. Once you own it, you can rebrand it, okay? I can call this the Brocaster, Bro Mobile Studio, Bro Retro Metro, Bro Sadie's, Bro Tesla vehicle. So with all that said and done, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. I love you guys. Peace and love. Don't hate. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Go to my Cash App. It's $Tony McDew because I love you. And we out.